What's up, goodies? Welcome back to your girl channel and to my kitchen, How to Cook. And today your girl is making you this delicious vegan cookie recipe in the kitchen, fast, easy and simple. Make sure to subscribe, goodie, if you have not already. Turn your post notification on so you won't miss any of these uploads. And for all I'm returning goodie on a don't know, so on the girl loving up on the ready for cook. Let's cook.
Look what prayer can do. Hypocrite and bad mind must flow. The same mouth will cheer for you, and the same one them would turn round and boo. Yeah, prayer me I use and win. Prayer me I use and win.
Okay, goodies. The first thing you want to do is add your chickpeas to the mix. All right, I'm using my food processor here. Now these are cooked chickpeas. Now please do not use uncooked chickpeas, it's not going to work. If you're going to use uncooked, make sure you cook it before you add it to the recipe. Now here I'm adding some oats to the mix, and then after I added the oats, I went ahead and added some peanut butter here. Okay, y'all, I will definitely list all the ingredients that I'm using for this delicious cookie, and I will list the amount that I definitely use for the recipe so that you will get it right the first time. Now here I'm adding some coconut oil here, and I'm using the organic coconut oil. Now of course you could substitute that out for any kind of oil that you have in your house. I'm also adding about 4 prunes here to the mix. Now to the recipe, I'm also adding some maple syrup. This is going to give it added flavor and sweetener. I'm also adding a tad bit of salt, not too much. I did go in and add some cinnamon powder for flavor. I'm adding my nutritional yeast flakes. And to the recipe, I also added baking powder and baking soda. And again, I will list all the amounts that I use for this recipe. To that, I added some vanilla. To the vanilla, I added some organic cane sugar. Alright, goodies, so now that you have all your ingredients into your processor, all you have to do here is give it a nice tight cover. Make sure that your lid is nice and tight. And you want to make sure all the ingredients is mixed properly and thoroughly, and everything comes together and hold nice. You don't want this to be too tight, if that makes any sense. Or you definitely don't want it to be too liquidy. You just want it to be just right. But again, y'all, I would list all the ingredients that I did use for the recipe so you'll get it right the first time. Now I'm using my baking tray here, and on top of my baking tray is some parchment paper here. I am going to add some cooking spray on top of the parchment paper just to make sure that my cookies does not stick. Now after I've placed the cookie mixture on top of the parchment paper, I did go in and give it a nice delicate little press in with clean fingers, y'all, just to get the thing kind of pressed out. But you don't want to do it all the way out. You still want to have some kind of a thickness to your cookies. And plus I am going to use some almond flakes here on top of the cookies, so I'm definitely getting a nice little press, right? Yes, so here I'm adding the almond flakes here. Of course you could use any other nuts. These are almond nuts, but you could use any kind of a nuts that you like. You go ahead and use your preference of choice here. This is the choice that I chose because I love almond, y'all, so I chose to use this. Make sure that you know your oven should be preheated at this stage. Your oven needs to be way preheated before here. Your oven should be turned on to 350 degrees, and it does take about 10 to 11 minutes at the most. to bake, just as long as you put it in the oven when your oven is preheated. Now, before you tap it in the oven, you want to just make sure that your almond or any nuts that you of your choice is kind of pressed into the cookie, because if you don't assure that happens, after the cookies bake, it's going to all fall apart. It's going to just fall off the cookies, all right? So just kind of give it a little help and just press it down into the cookie mix. And then you put it in your oven, let it bake at 350 degrees for 10 to 11 minutes. And after that 10 to 11 minutes, you come back, your cookies are finished, y'all. It is done, and the kitchen smells amazing. These cookies are so easy to make. It is very healthy. Give the recipe a try, y'all. You will never forget the flavor. Oh my goodness, the flavor. I just had to share this with you because everybody in my house just go for them cookies. These cookies, y'all, everybody in my house love it, y'all. So I just couldn't hold back the goodness from y'all, okay? My cookies, yes, with some good milk, yes, boo. Some cheese, yes, boo. Now, don't forget, y'all, to share this good love with all your friends. Trust me, don't keep the recipe to yourself. Look at the cookie. Look at how nice and beautiful that color is. And when you break into it, look at the texture of the cookie. Nice. It's not dry up and trashy. It's nice and moist. You could actually taste the peanut butter in it. It gives it a nice flavor. The maple syrup just ties it together with the peanut butter. Y'all, the thing is so tasty. You have to give this recipe a try. It is so refreshing. Children is going to love this. It is nice and healthy, and there is no guilty pleasure in these cookies, y'all. Just go ahead and share this good love with all your friends and family. Tell the man up the street, tell the neighbor down the road, tell them what's going over here. Bring them, come. Bring them, send them, come. I am waiting. And when you get doing all of that, tell me where you want to see me and cook next in my kitchen. And remember, as always, from my kitchen to your kitchen. Enjoy.